This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. Shabbat Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, I'm going to jump right into it. Today is Sunday, the 18th, all right, 2023. All right, June 18th, 2023. All right, the hopeful year where all the prophecies, all right, be fulfilled. Now, I saw this article yesterday. I actually saw a video, okay, from, what's this guy's name? This guy, Off-Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. All right, now he's somebody who goes into geopolitical news and politics, and he brings out news and information that you normally wouldn't catch on the mainstream. All right, and he brings it out pretty well, so so much so that he got taken down from YouTube. So he does have his Rumble channel, so brothers want to give him a sub and just check out his videos. He does bring out a lot of informative information that pertains to prophecy, right? And yesterday he was going into how all of a sudden, there's been deployment of troops inside of the USA and Canada. Okay, and I'm going to go through it real quick, all right, just to show you that we are inching closer and closer, all right, to those days, man. All right, today is Sunday. Now, as we read through this, I'm going to put this article in the description, so brothers and sisters, if you are interested, you can always click on it, read through it yourselves, and it does have a lot of videos. I'm not going to be playing the videos because it's an audio recording, so I'll put the link, like I said, so you can click on it and then watch some of the videos. But they got tanks, man, on trains and sending them around and shit. So let's get into it. It says, tanks and troops deploying inside USA and Canada. It says citizens in many areas of the USA are startled that tanks, troops, assault aircraft are being deployed on the streets throughout the USA today, Saturday, June the 17th. Video below shows tanks on the highways of Idaho, Osprey helicopters dropping Marines in California residential neighborhoods, and trainloads of military armor moving in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We begin in Larkspur, California, where United States Marine Corps Osprey aircraft are dropping troops into residential neighborhoods. And this is, we talked about martial law, right? What can this possibly mean? Does this mean there's war? I mean, what's going on? Why do we have troops all of a sudden being deployed in the United States? What for? Is there gonna be some form of martial law that's being enacted very soon? Are they gonna start kicking in the so-called simulation that they were saying that they were gonna do, whether it be the cyber, all right, simulation, or the next health crisis simulation? But regardless, they about to do a simulation, okay? And with the sound of things, right, this military stuff being dropped off and shit, they're saying that this is not a drill. They say this is for real this time, right? It says Larkspur, California is shown on the scalable map below and gives the military direct control over the 101 highway into and out of San Francisco via Golden Gate Bridge, as well as the I-580 highway, right? So you notice, especially out here in New York, they're building and redoing all these highways, right? And highways were predominantly made anyway for the military. So they're just rebuilding them, not for public use, but for the military use, right? It says, this is a link from somebody who tweeted saying, breaking news, military landing in suburban neighborhoods in Larkspur, California. Massive military movements being reported in multiple states. Anyone have more info on this, please post below and then he puts his contact information and so on and so forth. Let's keep going. It says, next, we received video from people living in Idaho, right? So we've had Cali, now you got Idaho, right? Which is still out west, showing a group of M109 self-propelled artillery operating on the roads of Idaho Falls, Idaho, not on flatbed trailers being moved, but instead actually operating on the public roads. And again, the videos are all going to be in the description once I put this link down there. It says Idaho Falls is shown on the scalable map below. Idaho Falls puts the military in direct control of the I-15 highway, which is the main route for much of the northwestern USA. So is there something going on that's going to shut down the highway and travel? I could see that happening, right? So-called Juneteenth is tomorrow, Monday, right? You just had Father's Day, which was yesterday, Saturday, and now you got Juneteenth coming up. So who's to say these devils are not gonna, try some funny, little distraction, right? People are kind of docile right now. People are looking forward to a beautiful, nice, weather tomorrow, national holiday, Juneteenth. It's such an insignificant day. Esau would definitely take advantage of that. The hell is a Juneteenth? And you got Jake actually celebrate this shit. Yo, Jake. It says, lastly, for now, we show video on a train full of military armor and other equipment has moved into Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and stopped for unloading. Why is Canada putting military hardware into one of its largest cities on a Saturday? It says, I have spoken to several military sources who tell me this is not a drill. Drills get advertised. There was nothing advertised. This is war prep. It says here in North America, something wicked this way comes. Hope you have emergency food, water, medicine, generator for electric, fuel for that generator, communications gear like CB or ham radio or HAM radio. Also have some cash from the ATM because of this, shit hit the fan. Credit/debit cards may not work. ATMs may be down, and without cash, you will be, in some serious deep, shit. If you need food or fuel until this blows over, pretty much it's gonna be a wrap, right? This was yesterday again, back 5:44 p.m. They said more information was coming in. It says they have an image of a military convoy on the freeway in Los Angeles, right? They got some military aircraft in the skies, real low, all right, in northeastern Arizona near the New Mexico border, right? It says, this is somebody who says, as a former member of the 4th Tanks, I can tell you this is not an exercise or a training exercise. He says, we train at firing ranges, not on public streets. Okay. And guess what? The military is in the public right now using public streets. It says, let's see. It says, I've been informed of buses being shuttled around with military escorts and black SUV caravans. Use your camera and make sure we all see it. Okay, then it goes down. Let's see. And that's pretty much, there's more. It says here, wow. Shit. Wow, this is quite a lot. Hey, Cali, man, what's going on? It says, there's more images, this is South Carolina. Oh, all right, Highway 20 in South Carolina. Okay, they got the troops out there too, right on the side of the road. It says now we've received this from Corning, New York, upstate. All right, Corning. 15 to 20 military vehicles on highway in Corning, New York, upstate. Where are they going? Right. Another one says more military convoys it says this one in Pennsylvania with trucks clearly carrying rolls of razor wire. This is used to either keep people in or keep people out. This is crowd control type stuff. You hear that? Something big is coming, man. We've been saying it. There might be something huge coming this week. Okay, this upcoming week, starting Monday, there might be something huge coming. We don't know exactly what it could be. We could run down a few possibilities, right? Just like we've done videos of countless videos on the kind of things that could possibly go down in the next coming weeks and months, right? But once you start seeing the military get involved, which we did mention yesterday, even at camp, right? That they're going to use the military to enforce whatever next emergency, all right, comes down the pike. Okay. It says below is a video from Bakersfield, Cali, with military vehicles showing they are equipped with the active denial sound system weapon. That's that sharp sounded thing. It's all for crowd control. It says these huge speakers emit certain sound and oscillations which instantly make people sick, cause them to vomit and or pass out. Here, look at a close-up from the video, and it goes into it. It says here's the Bakersfield, Cali video from social media today showing these military vehicles with active denial system on the move in city streets. Right? Since this video and the one immediately above from Pennsylvania both show systems designed to control people, this is beginning to look like the military is being deployed to lock down the American people for some unannounced purpose. How many people are aware of this? How many people are aware of this? The average American is chilling, looking about, going to have some fun for Juneteenth tomorrow. They have no idea this happened. Nobody announced this. And there was no announcement of any official, hey, the president has signed this, we're under this, or none of that. This is just happening and nobody knows about it. They're deploying the troops in the inner cities slowly but quickly, unannounced. And it's not a drill. Let's read that again. It says, this is designed to control people. This is beginning to look like the military is being deployed to lock down the American people for some unannounced purpose. Now, guess what? Next week, they're saying that they're going to have the orange smoke is going to be coming back. Who's to say they're going to use that as a reason to start locking people down? Okay? The summer's coming. We're halfway through the year. We're halfway through the month. Who's to say now they're about to start kicking things into gear? And I mentioned it last video that it will be a nice balance to see all kinds of hell breaking loose for the rest of the year. That'll be a perfect scenario for them to bring in all their reactions and solutions, all the way to get to the MOTB. Okay? But hey, this is fun stuff here. It says, given the sheer scope of these operations, apparently nationwide, it may be advisable to bug out to your safe location if you have one, and do so immediately. Make sure you stop at an ATM to get cash and get gasoline as to go. Don't be left without cash and without fuel, right? It says this is from Texas. Military aircraft flying at or below 500 inches in a place where there is no airport for 100 miles. Wow. They coming all the way down with it. They got fighter jets. This is some good shit, great shit, wonderful stuff, right? You got a lot of people commenting, right? It says there have been times where military has done training exercises in residential neighborhoods, but what is abnormal if there is a lot of movement across the nation and not being isolated to just one city or town? See? Somebody says, I notice same here. I'm east of Fort Campbell and usually see helicopters every few days, but not as many in the last week or none today. Then I thought, well, maybe they just flew another direction. Maybe they're getting out of Dodge to a safer locale. I'm assuming most of 101 Street from Fort Campbell already in Europe. Well, they're sending a lot of the troops over to overseas, but most of them are being kept here, right? Because they're going to be using them here. The war is really here, right? The war on hate. Yeah. Let me see if we can get some more on this stuff here. This is some interesting stuff, man. And we knew this day was coming, right? We knew this time was going to come. We just didn't know how they're going to end up getting the troops on the streets. And guess what? Now that the troops are on the streets, they're not leaving. It's not going to be this is what is going to be for the next foreseeable future, all the way to the MOTB come up. All right. You can expect these troops to stay on the streets all right, to police and enforce and make sure that everybody's compliant. You know, they said Monday is a bank holiday. Is a federal holiday when banks can be expected to be closed. A bank holiday is something different when only banks are closed for financial reasons. Let's see. The first thing that came to my mind was they were going to cut the power. Then I read Rugged Wild comment regarding a bank holiday. I am now wondering if they were going to cut the power and it will give them a great excuse for banks to shut down. Please keep us posted ASAP on any other areas this might involve. Somebody says U.S. military is spread out across the world. U.S. brings in a bunch of illegals of military age. They are brought into the military with the promise of citizenship. Then they point this new military, which has no connection to U.S. citizens, at U.S. citizens. Time to worry. And hey, let's not forget that was it last month, May, is where you had all those the border was open, the border crisis and all that. Well, Rex 84 was created, all right, under the pretense that if there were to be a mass exodus of so-called illegal immigrants crossing the border, they will use a military to round them up, all right, and send them into FEMA camps. Okay. Now, that could just be a ploy, which I believe is just a ploy, all right, to open up the door for them to round pretty much the American people up. All right. Somebody said, when the shit hit the fan, the military will not be on our side. They will be used to control us like martial law style, or maybe our escort to the FEMA camps. I say don't give up your guns, lock and load, and get ready to fight to the end. All right, so we at that point. You know, it's happening. Scripture says it's going to happen suddenly. Let's get that. Now, if you're being alarmed by this, or being warned by this, or understanding what's going on, then they're not going to get you suddenly. Right? See if we can get that real quick. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay? And a lot of people are in that peace and safety mindset. Everything is peaceful and secure. There are no more mandates. You know, people are planning their summer. You know, everything seems all, hunky-dory. But now, that's when the disaster strikes. Because while it looked like it was peace, it was just a facade to keep you docile. But for those who could still see in the dark, we could see everything that's going on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? And we could see that this whole military buildup and military being deployed around the states is not just done for no reason. It's not done just because they feel like doing so. It's being done because they are about to use the military to bring some type of order. Okay? So get ready, man. The next 24 to 48 hours could be very interesting. Let's see how the Lord plays it out with this whole information that we just discovered here. All right, let me see. Maybe we might be able to get some information someplace else. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much going on. It's not really being reported for some reason. It's very, hidden. Here it is. You got military being deployed around the states and nobody's really talking about it. They're talking about Father's Day and Juneteenth. Yeah. It's a nice, very nice way of doing things. Yep. Yeah, ain't nobody talking about it. It's not even trending on Twitter. It's almost like it's just nobody even knows what the hell is going on with that. Hey. Hey, man, this is crazy. But hey, we're there. We're there, man. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out real quick just to keep you posted, on what the hell is going on in this country right now, and what the hell they have planned. Because once they have the military involved, hey, just be ready, man. All right, just be ready. But we could very well be looking at some shit very soon. All right, some very, very heavy stuff very soon, man. All right, but keep the faith, man. Keep the faith. All right, keep the faith. They're about to turn a new page and enter into a new phase of this thing. All right. So with that, I'm gonna leave it off there. Lord willing, you were edified and warned. All right. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Chakodash. Dwari Habashim Yal Shine. Until next time. Shalom.